TBL Baseball. Welcome back. Make sure I got game time set here, and then we'll preview our divisional round teams. And some exciting matchups in round two. Some surprises. Mexico City advancing, beating Louisville. Yep. Just can't forget about that one. All right, let's take a look. So we've got the Gremlins, Galveston Gremlins, last in and advancing in the Ice Conference. They're going to face off against division rival Fort Collins. Kyle's had his team in the playoffs a lot of years, but I don't know if he's ever won 105 games. So this is the best squad he's put out there. Let's see if he can make a run. And they split. Oops, let's go back here. They split pretty evenly in the series, 7-5 in Fort Collins' favor. Mudcats and High Rollers, another division matchup, as we got 4 teams left from the Topaz division. Jade? What division is this? Jade division, excuse me. But yeah, the Mudcats, reigning champions, winning round 1 over Washington in 6 games. And then Las Vegas winning in round 1 in 5 games over Tampa. So again, these guys played pretty evenly in the regular season. So we'll see who can come out on top there. Newcomer Chris taking me down in heartbreaking fashion. Walk-off grand slam in game 1. Never looked back. He's going to go up against the number 1 seed in the Fire Conference, Josh. 103 wins this year for the Herons. And they've been a really good baseball team. So Chris has his work cut out for him, but he does have those 2 studs on his team, Carlos Ruiz and Eric Gilbride. So we'll see. And then our last matchup, Bob and the Milwaukee Mobsters taking on Larry and the Mexico City Chupacabras. Chupacabras taking out Louisville in 6 games last round. And then, of course, Milwaukee winning in 7 against Oklahoma City, a 100-win team. And, of course, Milwaukee has been a deep playoff contender for several years in a row, so hard to count them out. Let's get it underway. Let's get Stat Plus on. Mexico City has Matt Terrell on the mound, Bobby Bradford for Las Vegas, Huron sending out Miguel Pera and Andre Crawford for the Roosters. Second and third, nobody out for the Herons in the first. Leadoff double for Fort Collins in the first. Herons and the Roosters both score. Sac fly by Kerr, drives in Kohlers, and blank doubles, driving in McLaughlin. Collins adds a couple more. Mike High doubles. Benjamin singles. They've got a quick 3-0 lead. Both these teams on a bye last week, or excuse me, yesterday, and come out hot here in the first round. Bases loaded, nobody out in the second for the Herons. Another sacrifice fly makes it 2-0, and then a single, 3-0. The Herons extend that lead. Las Vegas on the board first. Nick Kazi doubles in the second, driving in Yi. I feel like there's been a curse in the Fire Conference in terms of the number one seed going anywhere. I was the one seed last year. I didn't advance. I feel like it's been an issue several times. We've seen the wild card do well a lot in the Fire Conference. Brian Sack grounds into the fielder's choice, and that's going to give a 2-0 lead to the High Rollers. Yeah, I think I feel like there was a couple of years where Kingston, pre-Oklahoma City, had one and dones maybe once or twice. Mexico City on the board first over Milwaukee. Jamie Lindell singles in Mateo. Jamie Font solo home run, 2-1. New Orleans for their first run of the series. This is Bobby Bradford, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Chris, this guy's a pitcher. Didn't go over the pitchers for the other teams. I mentioned the first board, but we got Mike Shane on the mound for New Orleans. Matt Florent, for Milwaukee. Got Frank Vaughn going for the Gremlins. So we got a lot of aces lined up here for game ones. And John Snyder for the Vandals. Miguel Pera, 5 innings pitched, just the one strikeout, but getting the job done. Chris Kohler's solo home run extends the lead 4-0 for the Herons. Mike Brightwell solo home run, tying it up for the Mudcats in the 5th. And Leo Valdez singles, driving in the 5th run of the game for Huron. We'll see. I mean, I've seen teams blow a 5-run lead in the 9th inning of the playoffs. My team yesterday. 2 runs on the board for the Vandals. Elijah Adam, 2-run homer. I feel like we had an 8-0 lead evaporate yesterday, too, in the 8th inning. In the Gremlins series. Yep. Kevin Jorgensen doubles, driving and breaks. 2-0 Mexico City now. Matt Terrell shutting down the Mobsters through 6 innings. On the other side, Andre Crawford shutting down the Gremlins. Both pitching shutouts. Two more for the Roosters. Dave Morgan. Make that 4 real quick. McLaughlin doubles, driving in 2, and then Dave Morgan hits a 2-run homer. So they extend that lead from 3 to 7 in the blink of an eye in the 6th inning. Getting late in Mexico City. Milwaukee down to their final 3 outs. Two-run homer for Jamie Founts. Second home run of the game, making it 4-2 Mudcats. Founts having a huge game here. And Rick Schutz gets the Gremlins on the board for the first time in the series. 7-2 now with a 2-run homer in the 7th. They got a ways to go, though. Matt Terrell, 5-hit shutout. Make that a complete game for the Chupacabra. And Mexico City takes game 1, 2-0. Carlos Ruiz single, gets another one for the Vandals. They're going to have 3 outs left to try to find 2 more runs, or Huron's going to take game 1 at home. And a Montenegro solo home run for the Herons is going to extend that lead further. Jay Meeker solo home run for the Gremlins gives them 1 back, so they're down 4 with 6 outs remaining in their ball game. Mike Brightwell solo home run extends that lead in the 9th. A little insurance for the Mudcats. Might be our only road victor here in game 1 if they can hang on. Herons take game 1 at home. 2 home runs for Mike Brightwell. So Mudcats had 2 home runs from 2 players. And they put a cap on this one. 5-2. Over the high rollers. Two more, Jim Benjamin, 2-run home run, 4th hit of the game for Benjamin. That's going to do it. Game 2. Jose Pera on the mound for Mexico City. Ernie Paulus for the Herons. Jamie Phillips for Las Vegas. And Tony DeArcangelo going out there for Fort Collins. On the mound for the Mudcats, George Reed. Eric Ryan going out there for the Vandals. Eric Martin for the Milwaukee Mobsters. And Mike Adames for the Gremlins. Some familiar names. One nothing Mudcats. Mike Wallace solo home run. Malik Knowles singles. Jay Meeker doubles. Gremlins get 2 in the third. Leadoff triple for the Herons. And Colt Kerr sacrifices him in. 1-0 lead for the Huron Herons in the fifth. 2 on, nobody out for Mexico City. Two on, nobody out for the Herons. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Herons. Bases loaded, walk scores another run. So we've got 5 scoreless from George Reed. We've got 5 scoreless from Ernie Paulus. 5 scoreless from Jose Parra. 5 scoreless from Eric Martin. 5 scoreless from Mike Adames. Vancouver on the board. Dennis Campbell grounds into a fielder's choice, but that scores for Resendez, and they cut the lead in half. With a deficit in half, 2-1. Galveston extends the lead. Gervasio Flores doubles in Bascom, and now it's 3-0 late in that game. Late in all these games now. We're in the 7th. It's fascinating to me that the game that's 0-0 is probably the game that's behind. It just started the 7th. Well, now we're in the bottom of the 7th there, but... Richard Burt singles, Fort Collins on the board, 3-1. They're threatening for more. And they get the big hit from Jason Blanc. It's going to drive in 2 with a double. McLaughlin and Burt score 3-3 now in the 7th. Jay Meeker solo home run, 4-3. Galveston takes the lead in the 8th inning. So they respond right back. 2-1, nobody out for the Chupacabras. Bottom of the 8th. The game's still scoreless. Meanwhile, High Rollers on the board with an Okada solo home run. Bases loaded, nobody out now for Mexico City. It's going to be a pitching change in that game. Let's see if the Mobsters bring in the right guy and get out of the jam. Aaron Briggs singles right away, so 1-0. Mexico City takes the lead. Frank Escobar walks now, 2-0, and this could be a big inning. Just as I say that, a double play by Galindo might be just what Milwaukee needed to stay in it. Las Vegas, meanwhile, ties it up. Mike Wilson singles in 2 runs in the 9th inning and keeps Las Vegas alive in that ball game. Going to the 10th, 3-3. What a hit by Mike Wilson. And by Okada. That was in the 9th as well. So Las Vegas erases a 3-0 deficit in the 9th inning, and we're in extras. That is some crazy shit. It's all distracted over by the Mexico City rally. That's a final. Mexico City does take game 2, 2-0, and they win, or take the 2-0 series lead. Solo home run by Flores, 5-3. Flores has had a great game, 2 doubles, a homer, and 2 RBIs, 3 for 5. Juan Sandoval grand slam extends the Huron lead from 2-6 in the 8th inning, and that probably puts the lid on that game. And Jason Blanc, 4th hit of the game there, so 2 on with 1 out. Fort Collins trying to get game 2 back within reach. They can't do it. Galveston closes the door, and they tie that series up 1-1. Into the 11th now, between the Mudcats and the High Rollers. Second and third, 1 out. Looks like they got the guy going home, 2nd and 3rd. That's 1st and 3rd, 2 down. And out of the jam. Huron takes game 2, 6-1, and they have a 2-0 series lead as we travel back to Vancouver. Twelfth inning. Jamie Founts, solo home run. This guy is a machine. Four-3 lead for the Mudcats in the 12th. Gabriel Munoz walks, so they're not done yet. Let's see if they get anything else. On to the bottom of the 12th we go. Last chance for the High Rollers. They're going to be down 2-0 heading back to New Orleans. Looks like a record in Las Vegas. Not sure what the record's for. That's it. Mudcats win game 2. quick starts for the Roosters and the Herons. 1-0 for each of those teams on home runs. Dave Morgan and Malik Roach. Frank Escobar grounds into a fielder's choice. Sac fly by Gutierrez ties the game 1-1. Gremlins on the board in game 3. Ejected in the postseason for arguing balls and strikes. My goodness.
You gots to be kidding me.
Ray Main singles. First run for the Monsters, driving in Zamora. That game's tied at 1. In the third. Vandals threatening. First and third, nobody out. And bases loaded, 1 out for the Mudcats. Muta's single gets the first run for the Mudcats. 1-0. Vancouver's got a couple runs in here. Michael Rayner singled in Resendez. Ruiz singled in Rayner. And they take a 3-1 lead. Mexico City takes the lead back 2-1. Frank Escobar sacrifice fly. And Galveston takes the lead in that game. Ricky Canona's sac fly and then a Rich Schutz single, driving in 2 runs. 3-1. Jesus Trevino solo home run, 4-1 Galveston. Mexico City gets one. Jamie Lindahl walks with the bases loaded. They've got 1 out and threatening for more in that game. Another bases loaded walk makes it 4-1. Las Vegas takes the lead on a 2-run double. They're up 2-1 now. Gil Gayton. And then a 3-run home run for the Herons. Colt Kerr flips the script on the Vandals. Makes that a 4-3 lead. Hutchinson's but 9 strikeouts through 5, so he's throwing the ball hard, but that home run's a big mistake. Frank Escobar singles in the 5th run for the Chupacabras. Frank Escobar of Somerville fame, champion's a champion. Well, Somerville doesn't have any championships, but a winner's a winner. Rick Schutz triples, driving in Quinones. Gutierrez grounds out, driving in Schutz. 6-1 Gremlins. And they're giving the top seed in the Ice Conference a run for their money here in Game 3. Mike Wallace singles, tying that game in the 5th.
Excitement.
Jose Hernandez doubles. Wild pitch, and Hernandez scores. All of a sudden, it's a 5-3 game as we go to the 7th inning in Milwaukee.
Getting that game a little closer.
Milwaukee needs to win here.
You don't want to fall down 3-0.
Another team that needs to win is Las Vegas. They got a leadoff double in that 2-2 tie. Second and third, nobody out for the Gremlins. First and third, one down for Taylor. And they get the run on a sacrifice fly by Taylor. 3-2, High Rollers take the lead in the top of the 7th. Gremlins add another. Gremlins add a couple more. They've got this game well in hand. Chase Rollins, solo home run, ties that game, bottom of the 7th for the Vandals. Trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. I know it's not an elimination, but like 3-0. 3-0 is no bueno. Four for 4 game from Rick Schutz. Looks like he's maybe a home run shy of the cycle. This guy's got power, a little bit of power on. Got the double, got the triple, must have a couple singles in there. Chase Rollins, almost called that again. Jeff Haney singles. Puts a run on the board late for the Roosters. Bases loaded, nobody out for the High Rollers in the top of the 8th, trying to add insurance. Are they in a rain delay?
Where?
Oh, bottom left. Delayed. Delayed with the bases loaded and nobody out. It's a long delay on 20. Rich Lafitte hits a solo home run. Milwaukee down to their last out, though. 5-4 now. That's going to do it. Mexico City takes a commanding 3-0 series lead. How deep can this Ruby Division team go? 4-4 in the 10th now in Vancouver. If this was me watching my game and it was delayed this long, I'd be like, ah, in this situation.
I still don't see where it says delayed.
Right across the top.
I see it. I see it now. I see it now. Like as soon as I said it.
What a tough situation to be delayed in. Nine to 2 final. Gremlins take game 3. They take a 2-1 series lead. Vancouver triple by Eric Gilbride. Walk intentionally to the other dynamic duo, Carlos Ruiz. So it's up to Mercado. He's going to line out, and now Ramirez for a chance to walk it off. And he does. Ramirez singles. Gilbride scores. Vancouver Vandals take game 3, and they now trail in the series 2-1. And now we wait. Oh, here we go. A 4-pitch walk coming out of the delay. And High Rollers get another run, 4-2. Fielder's choice got him at home. Strikeout looking by Gayton, and that's going to leave it up to Hall. And he strikes out swinging, but the High Rollers do get one run out of the situation. They're up 4-2. 6 outs remaining for the Mudcats here in game 3. One, two, three, go the Mudcats. Top of the 9th we go. Make it 5-2. Matthew Taylor, solo home run. Two on, nobody out now. Bases loaded, nobody out for the High Rollers. Looking to put a cap on this game. Reached on an error. He scores, so the error is going to open up the floodgates here. And now it's 7-2. High Rollers, pretty commanding lead. It looks like they're going to get back in this series and be trailing the Mudcats 2-1 as we go to game 4. Or I just planted the ultimate jinx. Second and third, Bill Dubs doubles. So something brewing here for New Orleans. They get one in on the Yadi Lim single, 7-3. And it's not over yet. 7-4, fielder's choice, but there's 2 down now, and that's going to end the game. On to game 4 we go. We've got a 3-0 series lead and a couple 2-1 series.
So Milwaukee's going to be fighting for their playoff lives here. Yeah, but I mean, I really can't do much once it, you got to be sitting there scrolling. So here we go. Game 4. Fort Collins starting things off strong, 1-0. Dave Morgan home solo homer. In Milwaukee, answering here in Game 4 with 2 runs, 2 singles, so some small ball.
Hey Chris, who is your prediction to win the Ice Conference? I forget.
My prediction? Ice
Yeah.
Conference?
Yeah, we did it yesterday. I don't remember.
Oh, New Orleans. I believe it was New Orleans.
You predicted back-to-back championships.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't go in the Fort Collins bandwagon?
Nope. Did you?
I don't remember who I picked. I'm tempted to
Fort
pick
Collins
someone.
has scored in the second inning.
I'm tempted to pick someone right now, but that would be like kiss of deathing them.
I know I picked Vancouver last series, so I gave them the kiss of death this series, but they did their job in beating you, so it's all that matters.
Milwaukee adds 2 more runs. Sac fly by Cox. Sac fly by Armendariz. Small ball for the win. First run of the game, Jamie Lindahl, solo home run for the Chupacabras. Breaks up the no-hitter, if you can call it that, in the 4th inning. Fred Cox, still really good. Traded at the deadline this year. Brian Sack leaves the game with an injury.
That's
4
not
months.
good.
4 months for the
Ouchie.
shortstop.
Well, the good news is you'll have him next year.
It's the good news. Glad you bring such an optimistic picture to the broadcast.
Well, you got to think of it that way, Just saying.
Jason Blanc, solo home run, 3-0 Roosters. Quinones singles, Gonzalez scores, Gremlins on the board. Those feisty Gremlins. Telling you, there's another Jesus Trevino singles. Kohler's singles. Givens scores, 1-0 Herons. First team to draw blood in that game in the 6th inning now. Kevin Johnson, 6 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. That's the first run he's allowed. On the other side, Dave Gainey pitching into the 6th without allowing a run so far. Dave Gainey looks like a rookie. He came up at the deadline, maybe, at the trade window. Excuse me. Call-up day window.
Nice.
Mexico City gets one back. Ron Blackwell solo home run in the 7th, 4-2. They trail by 2. Getting out hit 11-2 in that game, but it's still, within reach. Jason Bassett doubles in the 6th, and that's first blood in that game in the 6th. Both these matchups, the Vancouver and the New Orleans games, are pitching duels. Herons do get 2 more, though, now on a Kenny Renstrom single. I haven't said that name. Justin Gibbons.
4-0.
Singles. There's another. And they're still threatening 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. So this might be Huron running away with this game right now.
Open the gates.
New Orleans takes the lead 2-1 on a 2-run single by who else? Jamie Fonts, the definite MVP of this series if the Mudcats happen to move forward. Calling my shot now. And Chris Collar's doubles driving into 6-0 Herons. Wide open game now by the Mudcats. Mike Wallace singles driving in Fonts, and then a 3-run homer by Ventimiglia. Makes it 6-1. And 7-1. 7th run of the 6th inning for the Mudcats. So just a huge inning there. Boyd Perry, meanwhile, 8 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts for the Mobsters. So if they stay alive in this series, Boyd Perry did the heavy lifting. He's out of the game now as the Monsters make a pitching change. Let's see if they survive here. Dennis Campbell doubles driving in a run for Vancouver. First run of the game, 6-1 now. And that's the final. Mobsters win 4-2, so that's a 3-1 lead. No need to win 3 more. But they're not dead yet. Boyd Perry gets the win. That game was quick compared to these other ones.
Well, that's what happens when you have a very good pitching performance, a 2-hitter.
Yeah, true.
Tends to go quick.
Jamie Founts, solo home run, just in case you weren't voting for him for MVP. He wanted to pad that right there. And then Mike Wallace doubles, driving in Munoz 9-1 in the 7th. Second and third, one out for the Roosters. Make that second and third, one out for the Roosters on a double steal. They're trying to get insurance in the top of the ninth. Gremlins are going to have one last chance here, down to their final 3 outs. We're going to have a 2-2 series. Let's see what they can do. One out single by Quinones. Just going to bring up Shoots. He strikes out looking. Gutierrez at the plate. Last chance. He's going to single, so Brown here with his first at bat of the game. And he can't get it done. Fort Collins takes game 4, 3-2, and they tie the series 2-2. Vandals about to go down 3-1 in that series as they trail by 5 with their last out remaining.
Well, Fort Collins is up 3-1.
Fort Collins is not up 3-1. I think they won game 1 and game 4. But we'll find out in a second. Either way, I'm going to go eat some dinner with my family. So we'll drop the file, and then we'll wrap this up in like an hour max. So if anybody wants to make changes, that's going to be your window. I'll tag everybody in Slack that's involved. All right, that's the final. New Orleans wins it. It's finished today. Congratulations, everybody. We played 4 games and no one's eliminated yet.
Everybody sees it game 5.
6:15 right now, so we're going to resume at 7:15, I'm going to call it.
7:15.
Yep. All right.